right. Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Kakadash. Double honor to the apostle and great millstone, our teachers. And salutations to the occupancy and his truth of the folk on the earth and true and sincerity, man. So this is a quick lesson. Just quick lesson that I was meditating on, man. And I was reading the Gospels. And basically, Yahweh Shai was I believe he was talking to the disciples, and he was telling disciples that see, to understand these parables and different things, that it basically was given to you. It wasn't given to everybody, man. So when you come into this truth is not for everybody, right? And he was telling them that it's a way to walk in his truth. And this path that you're walking, it's not going to be, basically, it's not going to be easy. This path that you walk is going to be narrow. And he gave them, basically, let's get it. Let's jump into it, man. This Luke 13 and verse 22. It say, and when he went through the city and villages, teaching and journeying toward Jerusalem, then said one unto him, Lord, are there few that can be saved? And he said unto them, strive to enter in the straight gate. And that's what it was. And we have to strive to enter in that straight gate. And how do we strive? It say, for many, I say unto you, we will seek to enter in and shall not be able. So a lot of these people that they're striving to enter this gate, a lot of them not gonna make it. A lot of them is gonna basically die. And this parable was, of course, it's talking about the kingdom of heaven. But let me read a little bit more. It say 25. When one that the master of the house has rise up and has shut the door and yet begin to stand without and to knock at the door, saying, Lord, Lord, open to us. And he shall answer unto you, I know you not whence you are. Now, this parable, basically, that Yahweh Shai is breaking down to this man, and I thought it was disciples, Salakia, but he was breaking down to this man. He was saying that basically, if you don't strive into this truth, and he said the same thing in Matthew, the 7th chapter, which I'm going to get, because it show you that this walk of ours is narrow. It's not going to be easy walk. That's why it tell you in the book of Sirach, it say, prepare thy soul to temptation. But guess what? It's only one way to walk into this truth. And that's through this narrow path. This Matthew 7 and 13. It say, enter ye in the straight gate, for wide is the gate and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction, and many there be with go in threat. Because strive is the gate and narrow is the way. See, narrow is the way would lead into life, and few there be that find it, man. Because when you come into this truth, you gotta have integrity. You gotta you're accountable for certain things. You can't do certain things, man. You gotta turn from your wicked ways and turn into righteousness, man. So the things that you was doing of the world, you can't do no more. The easy way you thought you can take, the easy route that you thought you can do, you can't take no more. And the more and more you learn into this path, the Lord's going to try you. The Lord is going to put you through different tests to see what type of integrity you have. To see is you really about this walk? Are you really? Do you really want to be about what the Lord is about? So He's going to put you through certain avenues and different tests and different things to see and try your integrity, man. Let's get a couple more precepts. This Proverbs 4 and 26. It say, ponder the path of thy feet, and let all thy ways be established. Turn not to the right hand nor to the left. Remove thy foot from evil, man. And that's what it is. When you come into this truth, you got to remove all your evil ways, evil thoughts, what you thought you knew, and take it away. And take it away, man. Because guess what? We all was what? Them children, them disobedient children, man. We all was wicked. But we came into the good graces of Yahweh Shema Shai, and he giving us a chance for salvation. So this path that we walking on is not easy. It tell you, let's get a second address. This second address, I believe 7. The second address 7 and 1. They say, and when I have made an end of speaking the words that were sent unto me, the angel which have been sent unto me the night afore. And he said unto me, up, Esdras, and hear the word that I am come to tell thee. And I said, speak on, my power. Then said he unto me, the sea is set in a wide place that might be deep and great, right? But put the case, the enter were narrow and like a river, just like this, right? That path, right? Who then could go into the sea to look upon it and to rule it. If he went not through the narrow, how could he come into the broad, right? Because guess what? This path that we walking, it's a narrow path. It's a thin line, man. It's going to tell you only one man can go one by one. This not a walk. It's not for everyone. It's like verse 6. There is also another thing. A city is built and set upon a broad field and is full of all good things, man. So to get through this good city, meaning what? The kingdom of heaven, which Quan Yasharallah, rise of Israel, man, the prince of power, right? It's rising to get to the kingdom of heaven. So to get to this place, this kingdom of heaven, this city that has been built right before your eyes, right? You have to go through what? That narrow path. Verse 7, the entry thereof is narrow and is set in a danger place to fall. So the things that we, and because it's comparing to life, hey, this place, to get to this place, we're going to go through different dangers and it's set to fall. We're going to be tempted. We're going to be tried. And we're going to go through certain things to what? Build out our character to see if do we really want this city? Do we really want to go to this place that's full of good things? It's like as if there were a fire on the right hand and on the left a deep water. So on this path that you're walking, it's fire on the right hand side and water on the left hand side. So if you lean too far to the right, you might fall into the water. I mean, to the fire. You lean to the left, you might fall into the water, man, right? And drown. And one only path between them both, even between the fire and the water, so small that there could but one man go there at once. So this a one-man walk. It's a straight, that's why you have to strive to enter into the straight gate, man. And it's going to be difficult. That word straight go into difficulty, man. You're going to go through certain things. But if you endure these things, like James said, you're going to get that crown of life. But let's keep going. It say, verse 9, if this city now were given to a man for inheritance, if he never shall pass the danger set before it, how shall he receive this inheritance? So if you don't go into this straight gate, this narrow path, and you cannot get that inheritance, man. That good city, this good, the city full of all good things, right? It say, verse 10, and I say, it is so, Lord. Then say he unto me, even so also is Israel portion, because for that sake I made the world, and when Adam transgressed my statutes, then was decree that now is done. Then were the entry of the world made narrow, full of sorrows and travail. They are but few and evil, full of pearls and very painful. For the entry of the elders' world was wide and sure, and brought eternal fruit. If then they that live labor not to enter their strait and with vain things, can you never receive those that are laid up for them, man? So if you don't, because the Lord made this world for us, this place, this earth, the kingdom of heaven, everything. This whole place is, on the earth was made for Israel. But we went off. We transgressed. So guess what? The Lord took these things away. So in order to get this place and this good kingdom back, we have to go through this straight gate. He punishing us, right? So that we can get the good things. Get to the kingdom of heaven that flow with milk and honey, man. So if you don't want to go through this straight gate, hey, you're not fit for the kingdom of heaven on the first go around, right? They say, that's it. Bring out another scripture. This the book of Isaiah 61 and verse 10. They say, I will greatly rejoice in the Lord. My soul shall be joyful in my power, for he hath clothed me with the garment of salvation. He hath clothed me with the robe of righteousness. As a bridegroom doth himself with ornaments, that is, the bride adore herself with her jewels, man. And that's what we hoping to have and clothe the Lord clothes us with, because we want that garment of salvation. We want that garment of righteousness, man, so that we can endure the things that the Lord has put upon us or stayed upon us, man. That's why I'm gonna get that Salakia. I quote it, but now we'll get it. This Sirach 2, verse 1. It say, my son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. And that's what it is. Prepare yourself to go and be tried from different things, man. And you're going to go through certain things. Your family, your job. You're going to catch hell. Because remember, this place is not for us. This place that we living in is not our kingdom. It's Esau's kingdom. So we have to endure the afflictions, the hell that we going through to basically to build our characters up, build ourselves up, so that we can get to the kingdom of heaven, right? Verse 2, set that heart aright and constantly endure and make not haste in the time of trouble. So when you're going into these trials and tribulations, don't run. Endure these things, because guess what? It's building you up. It's making you strong, building up your faith so that you can endure the time that we are approaching, and endure until we get to the kingdom of heaven, so that we can get that good city and pleasant things that the Lord promised us, so we can finally be back on top, like the Lord said that the earth was for our sakes. Verse 3, clean unto him and depart not away, that there might be increase at the last end. And we at the last end right now. What happened to Job when the Lord chastised Job, man? The Lord chastised Job, took everything away from him, man, but he blessed the latter end of Job better than the first. He gave Job everything that he took away and some. So how much more us if we endure the things that the Lord told us to do, and that he put upon us in this evil present world that want us to fall and want us to pull us back into the world. We're going to get everything the Lord promised us, man, and some. Verse 4, whatsoever is brought upon thee, take it cheerfully. So when the things that come upon you, this affliction, these things that trouble you, take it cheerfully. Say, call Lord Yahweh Shema Messiah, because the Lord is still dealing with you. Call Lord Yahweh Shema Messiah, you still in the truth. Because that's what really matters at the end of the day. Hey, that worldly wisdom or that worldly carnal things that you are trying to hold on to, it's not going to profit you in the day of the Lord, in the day of wrath and judgment day, man. So Hey, when we walk in this truth, remember the Lord got us. Which I'm gonna get another precept. Let's finish this though. It say, um, whatsoever, verse 4, whatsoever brought upon thee, take it cheerfully and patient when there are changed to a lower state, because hey, the Lord ultimately is gonna humble you. The certain things that you're going through is probably you have pride or uh, you thought you were something. Really, you were nothing. So the Lord is going to bring you to this lower state so he can build you back up. It say the first shall be last and the last shall be first. So we last in this kingdom. It say what? Honor, uh, humility go before honor. So the Lord have to bring you low. He say the ones that humble, he shall exalt in due time. So you're gonna go through certain things in the truth to build you up and build up your character, so that you can endure the things that the Lord have for us in the future. So don't trouble yourself. Don't get upset. Endure the chastisement of the Lord. Verse 5. For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable man in the furnace of adversity. Believe in him, and he will help thee. Order thy ways are right, and trust in him, man. And that's what it is. When you're going through these things, pray, fast. Because guess what? The Lord said this. This 1 Corinthians 10 and 13. It say, that have no temptation take you, but such as common to man. But Yahweh is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that you are able, but will with the temptation also make a way to escape, that you might be able to bear it, man. So when you're going through this straight and you're striving to enter in this straight gate, the Lord got you regardless. If you call upon him, if you believe in him. And remember, we dealing with a faithful power. We dealing with a power that cannot lie. We dealing with a power, if we cleave on him and trust in him, he will get us out that jam. And plus, at the end of the day, he's not going to put on certain things that we cannot bear, that we not able to go through. And that's mercy in itself, man. That's why the scripture tell you don't go in the way. Man, in fact, let's get it. It also say that don't go on the way that thee may fall, man. Because hey, we go back into like wickedness, or the Lord's gonna kill us. If you know you weak in this point, hey, and you know that temptation is too much, hey, go the opposite way. Don't go around those things, man. Because sooner or later, hey, that temptation is going to keep beating upon you and impeding upon you. It's going to play on your thoughts. And if you're not strong enough, through the Spirit of Yahweh Shemel Messiah, they're going to win. That's why you got to separate yourself. Paul said, what fellowship do righteousness have with unrighteousness, man? And unrighteousness with righteousness. It don't mix. It don't mix. So therefore, it's no point of sitting being around wicked people, man. Separate yourself. Now, if you have a situation, you have to, but endure and then go on with your life. This Psalms 1 and verse 1, it say, blessed is that man that walk not in the counsel of the ungodly, not standing in the way of the sinner, nor sitting in the seat of the scornful, man. So you are blessed if you don't do these things. If you're not sitting in the midst of them, man. Because guess what? I told you, peer pressure is a man, a son of a gun, man. You will find yourself just sitting there, and now all of a sudden you're doing this or you're doing that, man. Eating pork, or you're going back to your worldly thoughts, man. Worldly ways. Verse 2. But this delight is in the law of the Lord, and in the law that does he meditate day and night. And he shall be like a tree planted by the river of water, that brought forth his fruit in the season, that lead as shall not wither, and whatsoever he does shall prosper, man. Because if you abide in the Lord in the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai, you're going to prosper. If you meditating, you studying, and you reading, and you believing, and you having faith, and you praying. Because all these things go hand in hand. You have to do these things. That's how you fight and stay in the truth and striving to enter into the straight gate. Because if you don't, you're going to fall. If you don't, hey, these things is going to fall upon you. And you're going to fall yourself slowly but surely falling away from Yahweh Shema Rashai. They say when you forget your first love, repent. So I hope this lesson was edified, man. It's just a quick lesson. Just telling you to strive into the straight gate, man. It's going to be difficult. It's going to be hard. But guess what? Let's get one more scripture, Salakia. This Acts 14. And 22. Confirming the souls of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith. And that's what it is. When you see a brother weak or going through certain things, comfort that brother to continue in the faith. Because if you fall out, you will be destroyed. They say, and that we might do much tribulation enter into the kingdom of heaven. And that's what it is. We're going to go through many trials, many temptations, manifold temptations, man. But if we hold our end of the bargain, guess what? The Lord is going to see you through. You're going to get the kingdom and be on top like the Lord promised us, man. Remember, the Lord is not unrighteous to forget our labor of love. So go all out. Stay on top, man, and keep fighting, man. So with that, I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Wakakadash, double honor to the apostle and great millstone teachers, and salutations to the Akim teaching the truth of the folk on the earth and children's city, man. Till next time, I want to say Shalom.